Hello and welcome back once again to the DreamLeague Season 13 closed qualifiers. Here we are at the EU region where we have Alliance versus Team Liquid in a best of 3 series to find out who's going to be making it through to the major. Important stuff. My name is Nomad and joining me is Milan of Chicken Fighters. How's it going, Milan?
Chicken Fighters. Hello, it's going good.
Well-known Tier 1 team, I think.
We're seeing the exactly same draft from last game. The only difference is this Warlock was the Enigma last game, and there's a bit of difference in bans. First phase, as I see, if I remember correctly, almost identical. They throw a Lone Druid first phase ban, and Team Liquid chooses to ban Doom second phase. Didn't want to deal with that. It's gonna be interesting. What does Liquid pick up now? Last time we spoke about Huskar and Lashak for Koikwa, and they ended up Lone Druid. This time they, in addition to Viper and Razor, they also ban a Lone Druid. So we're definitely gonna see a new hero for Koikwa. How do you feel about these drafts being almost identical? Who do you think it favors?
It's hard to say not the winning team, you know, like Team Liquid did take the victory, but then I think when you lose, you always have more to work on. I think Alliance could definitely learn a lot more from their last game. The usage of buybacks has been a very overused feature. I don't want to say overused, that's incorrect. It's been a very looked at feature by a lot of teams, especially after OG managed to find a very innovative and key way to use buybacks in the last kind of patches, and especially at TIs when they were able to utilize them to win fights, turn the games in their favor. But other teams seem to do it, and they seem to just end up accidentally throwing the game, which obviously is not an ideal situation to be in. But
you can discuss if some of the buybacks are bad. Maybe that second buyback from Nico Baby after he died bottom was bad because they didn't get enough from it. But the other buybacks, like first buyback, they get like 4 kills out of it. The rush buybacks, they get the Aegis and Cheese. So some were good, some were not. But if you look at the AI and how they use buybacks, you would think you should use buyback on cooldown. If you look at the smartest thing on the earth, like that can learn constantly, they use buyback on cooldown basically. From but last I have seen them play, so maybe that's the way. Anyway, we see here Taiga Earthspear being picked up. Warlock Earthspirit, very traditionally very good duo. Tidal Bones and a lot of AoE damage from Earthspirit and some lockdown. And there's gonna be a battle for 3-3 and the insta Huskar pick. We talked about this Huskar last game, and now with the Lone Druid ban, they go for it.
I like the victory trumpet as they pick it as well. That was pretty on point. But okay, 3 quick picks coming out. It's going to be the Air Spirit and the Huskar, resulting in a very aggressive draft from Team Liquid, meanwhile the Abaddon from Alliance. So yeah, I mean a lot of aggression on Team Liquid, as I say. A lot of initiation that just Air Spirit offers. It's going to help the Legion Commander out a lot as well.
There's a Bloodseeker ban, which tells me in a way they prepared for this. I guess Bloodseeker is pretty good against LC, or for that cause, he's pretty good against any offlaner, because Bloodseeker is just insanely strong in laning phase. But he's one of the best heroes against Huskar. They already banned it, so what does Nico Baby get here? He gets the life stealer for himself. Like, you need to know in these teams, like even, I would imagine, even in Team Nigma or Team, Secret, or I'm trying to make a point, like best teams in the world, carries or mid laners kind of pick heroes for themselves. You know, it comes to here, Fata is probably clicking all the buttons. Yeah, they don't even have a coach. But when it comes to here, he's gonna ask, "Yo, Nico baby, what do you think is the best hero here?" And they're gonna come up with few options, and most of the times it's gonna be a carry ending up with the last decision. You know, I want to play this lifestealer. I feel like I'm gonna own this game if I get this hero.
Yeah, it's all about kind of the confidence level of your carry, and I think especially in these kind of matchups when you have these really kind of high skill carries. Admittedly, Team Liquid like to bounce around between Quickview and Mickey. Meanwhile, with Alliance, we usually know it's going to be Nico Baby every time. Do you think that limits Alliance a little bit, perhaps?
Say again. You mean Nico Baby always going safe lane and Limpo is going mid? Was that the question?
No, I just wanted to know if you think that Alliance, constantly putting Nico Baby on their win condition hero
I
is
mean,
ever limiting them in terms of what they can do and how they can surprise
they
their enemies.
they're not always doing it. I have like for example when Limp plays like a SF or TA, he is kind of the winning condition. Like you seen last game Weaver when Nico Baby plays like a Weaver Bloodseeker, like these are kind of semi carries, not truly hard carries. So they do tend to mix it up. But if they didn't, to answer your question, I would definitely say it limits them because
Yeah.
nowadays in the today's age and time of Dota, like you need to be able to show diversity in your playstyle.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Alliances turn to
All right, Puck banned out,
But
and I'm really surprised actually. This was a point I was going to mention last draft as well. That Puck hasn't really been focused very much, which is a huge surprise for me because this was a hero which Alliance seemed to be really, really playing around earlier on.
yeah, but I mean, it's just what they opt to do this game. The Liquid gives them the CM, and then
10
they
seconds
have
remaining.
this mid pick on 10th, and they just want to go TA. They strongly
5
believe.
seconds remaining.
I mean, I think the showing of a strong captain or a strong team is like if your strategy fails one, you're gonna try it again, because you're not gonna lose faith. And probably I would imagine they've won bunch of scrims or bunch of games before with TA, so they're gonna try one more time. I think PPD used to do that a lot, and I'm very curious what's gonna be last pick for Team Liquid here. What's gonna be? I would imagine Mika Hero, although they could try some boxy Slaughter here,
Yeah,
mix
yeah,
it up,
boxy side is always fun.
because they can. They could go for like a LC Slaughter side lanes with the Huskar mid and just
Alliances
just
turn
try to
to
end it.
Team Liquid.
They're gonna buy an Ursa and Rubik
And immediately
into
sliding
Weaver.
into the Weaver pick. Ooh. Team Liquid going to be taking the Weaver for a spin this time around as Alliance end their draft up with Rubik.
I mean, one guy that's definitely happy about this Weaver pick is the Hanscan. You love playing against Weaver with Rubik, getting his Shikochi and like moving around, making plays. I mean, they were very confident about this Weaver pick. They spam picked it.
Yeah, they were ready to get that bug on their side of the map. I don't know if we're watching Alliance play the last game and think, yeah, this hero's actually pretty good, or if it's hero they've been playing a little bit. Have they? Oh no, we lost Milan.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Whew.
I'm back.
You worried me there. You worried me.
What was I saying? I said Weaver has historically the best matchup against the Lifestealer, like besides like maybe a Ursa or something, like because his mobility. Who do you prefer here?
To me, I'm gonna say Alliance this time around. The Huskar was good last time. However, I think between the Rubik and the Crystal Maiden, they've got a decent amount to lock down the Weaver and punish him early, and then we're probably going to see a decent timing on the Abyssal Blade on the Lifestealer. And then you got the Templar Meld Bash at 25. Like, I just don't think it's the freest Weaver game we've seen. And even when it is a free Weaver game, we still have problems with that hero. So I'm not sure I believe wholeheartedly in it. And the Huskar, it feels like a pretty good Huskar game, but we'll see how Alliance choose to play around that.
I think I have the same opinion as the last game.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Prepare for
both teams
battle.
have their chances, but I prefer personally the Liquid draft because they can win 2 lanes really hard, and Boxy is gonna do Boxy things again, and they're gonna come on top out of this laning stage, and then they can just snowball. But for sure, Alliance has their own chances if they manage to hit their timing. I think a lot depends on this top lane. If 3-3 and Hans can do well, then Alliance gonna have a really good game. If they struggle, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, and I think you never really count out TA as well. This is a hard counter matchup with the Huskar, but TA can just jungle. And we know TA does not care about getting beaten out of lane. She can just get just as much in the jungle. It just means that Huskar's probably going to have a pretty nice time.
I think Liquid's taking a page out of OG books here in these two games. When they play against TA, like at the TI9, teams that struggle against Liquid are the teams that let him jungle and don't rotate on his tower and pressure the Viha. But if you have like a Earth Spirit or last game Enigma and rotates early after the TA loses the lane and pressure him out of the jungle, like you can really abuse the lane matchup and the advantage Huskar has.
Well, just looking at those bounty runes there, and it looks like Weaver was able to actually sneak in and run over and grab himself a bounty rune, as there were 3 bounty runes going to Liquid when there were much more.
Body block from Mika.
Yeah, he's playing him right now. Hanskin's going to have to use his TP back to the tower, so does get himself out of this one safely. However, it also means that if he does die in this lane, then it's going to be a very long walk back to the top.
Yeah, Hanskin starting with Bazi and Taiga starting with the headdress seems like a new trend. There's going to be a roll from Taiga on the 3-3 and nuke back from Hanskin. Nothing much. I mean, these lanes are interesting. I think the Liquid, again, doing the smart thing about the lanes. Putting the Weaver with the Earth Spirit and Warlock bottom. I think lanes would struggle much more if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Because the Abaddon can dispel stuff and Earth Spirit wouldn't really do much bottom. This way, Boxy is getting bullied. Can they chase him down? There is an Orb of Venom. They're just gonna give up. He has the Salve. He's gonna need to wait 6 seconds. Is he even gonna go for it? He's gonna get Salve from his support. Nice.
What a nice guy, Insania. Always willing to help out.
I thought for a moment he's gonna run to the outpost and try to switch the Salve into his inventory. And then be like, oh, there's no side shop anymore. Oh, there's gotta be a go on Nico, baby.
Nico.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's alright. Fatal Bombs won't finish him off either, so Fire doesn't need to worry too much about trading. And it's run out now anyway, so salve up. What do you think about Feast now having attack speed attached to it for some reason?
I mean, it's a nice change, I would say. I mean, they've been doing it, this damage into attack speed change with few heroes now. They did it with Bloodseeker, they did it with Draw Ranger, and now they did it with Lifestealer. Seems to be now okay. I personally like it.
It was more of a shift for Lifestealer, wasn't it? Because his damage hasn't changed on Feast, but they've moved the attack speed from Rage kind of over to Feast, so it's kind of general improvement.
Yeah, that's true.
Meanwhile, Limp burning up in this middle lane. Quigver, no surprise to see him dominating Limp a little bit here, but Limp just looking for his level 4, level 5, and then hit up some jungle camps. Easy life. He probably sees this Arcane Rune here. Might want to pick that one up just for the refraction spam. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Nico Baby trying to grab some hard creep camps at the same time as well.
Tiger's gonna die for first blood.
Yeah, that's a deep dive up in top lane. Tiger's gonna grab that one.
Gonna get tipped. I mean, it was not such a big deal, but there's gonna be an Insania going down bottom. Nico Baby is gonna finish it off 2-0. Quite a good start from Alliance this game.
Certainly is. Certainly is. Yeah, that's 2 kills across the map. And the TA struggling in mid lane, but yeah, those 2 kills are definitely going to kind of make up for that. Hopefully they can start to swing these side lanes quite heavily in their favor, whilst the TA just sits in the jungle, and they'll be fine with that one going down. As 33 getting chased a little bit. Hanskin will get bolded up by Tiger right now, but the Fade Bomb makes it very tricky for Liquid to really commit to any kills here. They just don't do enough damage, especially to an Abaddon who's constantly got these shields coming out, but they're going to try and go again here now that the Fade Bomb's run out. Hanskin's going to be the target. Do they have anything? They've got a rolling boulder. 33 though, blocking it very nicely. The right click's coming to 33. Hanskin will survive, but pretty damn close. Meanwhile, CM getting beaten down in the bottom lane. There's just non-stop aggression. Liquid really hungry to get a kill back in their court, but so far that has not been the case.
I'm curious how Koikwa is gonna decide to take up on this Limp early jungling. Is he gonna try to pressure a tower, or is he just gonna keep last hitting?
Oh, 33 up in the top lane, still in trouble, but there's a lift back and a throwback onto Tiger. Gonna have him get hit by the tower once, and he's able to get a nice little bit of trade damage in there, so...
This is very wish you have one missed coil point, so so you could just deny yourself. And get
I
up.
can't longer do it. Can't do that anymore. Baden cannot kill himself with this skill.
Taiga is gonna get the first ward out, which is sometimes proves to be very important. Like you get a ward that scouts the enemy ward.
Nico Baby and Boxy fighting pretty intensely in the bottom lane. Boxy is going to get away from this one with the open wounds. Meanwhile, as you say, with the Invis rune, Koikfa looking to try and find an opening onto Limp here, but Limp not going anywhere near the confines of his tower. Wants to stay nice and safe. Koikfa just constantly setting on fire here. It's very annoying, but, you know, Limp, he's going to take a little bit of damage and then head back to the jungle, push out the creep wave. It's a very simple way to play the game. I'm not even going to look at that mid anymore. It's just too boring. Meanwhile, 33 trying to chase Mickey, give him a little bit of what for. Into the trees they go. Weaver trying to dig here. Make a little bit of a mistake.
The
And
dust.
they pop the dust. They might get the kill. The shield's going to pop, but it's not enough damage. Mickey will survive for now. 33 is not going to be able to set eyes upon him. Meanwhile, Tiger trying to throw the rock, just slowing 33 down, having him take a whole chunk of damage. Mickey coming forwards. Hansken does have the mana for a Fade Bolt in 1 second, so Mickey's got to be careful. The Fade Bolt comes out and he grabs the kill. And now they're going to go over towards Tiger as well. Hansken is going to survive this one due to the side, but it's not enough. It's too big a boulder. Meanwhile, 33 still continuing to chase onto Tiger here, and he gets off that Curse of Avernus, continuing to just chop away at the Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit's got the smash in 1 second. We'll throw it out onto 33, forcing him back, but 33 just going to keep on chasing right now, but the roll away. Tiger's going to get himself to safety. Now Mickey comes in just to throw a couple of hits over in 33's way. Can't really offer any kill potential himself, though.
Pretty big. He cancels the solve, half of it. So 3-3 might be in danger of dying here. I mean, Taiga with the nice roll. It was actually very close from Hansken dodging it. It was insanely close for Hansken living there. And then probably would result in Taiga dying as well. Nice trade for Alliance. 3-3 is just gonna pull the wave here. And they're gonna look for this 5 minute, the shrine. Can Taiga do anything about it? Not really.
Zadia felt really tanky there, but Boxy does not, as he gets frozen up by far. To the right click's coming through, a couple of blocks from Nico Baby as well. They need a little bit more, but they're just going to dive the tower for it, and Nico will get that kill. The Life Stealer grabs himself Boxy.
Very interesting. He opts to go for multiple armor items. Always nice to see people pushing the limit and like thinking out of the box.
Agreed.
But it's not helping him so much. He's still feeded at 1 kill, but if you look at the CS and the network, he's still doing fine bottom, almost on pair with Lifestealer, which was the counter pick.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, Hansken in a bit of trouble. He's gonna get slowed here. He's gonna get shielded, or he's waiting for the roll. Is there gonna be a roll? He hits it. Nice roll from Taiga. Is Hansken gonna go down? He has no stick. At least he's trying to
like it. Get into the right side. They actually use a time lapse, Mickey, just trying to get the extra space onto Hansken right now, but Tiger is dead. Hansken, he's going to get chased to the death here, I think, but now Weaver silenced up and getting beaten down by 33. 33 actually pops a shield there. I think one more hit might have done the job. Keeping on chasing, though. Meanwhile, there's a courier here as well, and he finds a kill onto Mickey at last, leveling up that miscoil and popping a shield himself and bringing down Mickey.
Mika getting a bit too greedy there, wanting to get a damage from Shokuchi on the bottom. We're just going back to tower, refilled his ball on Taiga.
I mean, using the time-lapse in order to get an extra right click there was certainly pushing the limits of what defines greed. Meanwhile, Hansken picks up. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to make a play onto mid here, but that does seem somewhat difficult. Lichther picked up from Limp.
Lichther is a pretty nice side. Like one of the better ones from Tier 1, I would say.
I agree. Yeah, it's a.
There's gonna be a deny from Insania. There's gonna be a trap from Limp. Can they trap him? No. Just 3 heroes of Liquid pushing the Fada away. I mean, the Liquid is hitting a pretty big timing here. Qualifier just finished his 8-minute. Armlets, he's just gonna TP bottom, they're gonna go for the duel.
Going for the duel onto him now as the rest of the heroes coming in. Liquid suddenly find themselves with 4 heroes in the bottom lane. That's gonna be enough to bring down the Lifestealer, and he's put into the grave pretty swiftly indeed. And that's also a duel win for. Oh, he didn't actually quite squeeze out that duel win there, but I mean, who really cares? It's 10 damage.
now it adds up, man. I think Boxy cares. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't care, but you kind of do, you know. You always want to win this duel. I mean, it's gonna be interesting what they do as a response. They see Huskar for sure taking this bottom tower. They're trying to push the mid back. There's gonna be a Boxy TP mid, and they're gonna repel it. Now let's see Boxy TP. They're gonna go on Qualifier bottom.
Making the plays. Koikva getting low. Hanskin coming in over as well, but they try and kick him to safety. Koikva trying to play with his armlet and doing a great job so far. Fada coming over under the cover of smoke. Lift back, throw down. Frostbite comes out, and they finally get the kill into Koikva. He will drop. Now they look for revenge, though. The bugs are out onto a couple of heroes. They're trying to get them off. Mickey drawing them in circles right now. Meanwhile, Tiger getting real low. Nico Baby will finish the job. Mickey trying to find the kill here as they go in for the duel onto the Rubik. Rubik should be dropped. They need a little bit more, but they will finally finish the job. But now Boxy's in some trouble, going his way over to the trees. Mickey as well, trying to take the outpost here actually, and he should be able to do so. Has a time lapse, will use it. Meanwhile, Boxy getting finished off down at bottom. Limp and Fada get to work and bring him down. Nico Baby, though, he's still going pretty crazy here. Chasing Insania under the tower. Tiger comes rolling through, lands onto Limp. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but it doesn't really matter as Nico Baby finally finishes off Insania. It was a long chunk down. Meanwhile, Limp still slowly losing his life. Gonna go invisible here. Trying to wait out the clock, but I don't know what he's waiting for as Koikva comes back into this one. He brings a packet of dust with him and brings him down. Meanwhile, Tiger still on the run from Nico. Nico gets inside the catapult. You can't do this anymore, Nico Baby. Pops out the other side. Rages up, but I think he might be going down here. Mickey's on top of him. Koikva insane. He has so many heroes on the side of Liquid trying to chase down Nico Baby. He's getting into the trees, getting under the tower, but Nico Baby finds him, and Mickey will be dropped. Sorry, Nico Baby will be dropped by Mickey as he gets the double kill.
An insane amount of fighting. And that's what happens when two teams understand how to play around the objective. It's the most important thing, and I think Alliance comes out the top objective-wise, but kill-wise, the Liquid got 2 core kills for a buyback on Insania. And they're still gonna get the bottom tower. They use a scam for it. They know nobody's coming. They're gonna spot this 2 supports with this ward. Great ward from Insania. Shout out to Insania, doing a great ward in these 2 games.
Yeah, supports never get enough love, do they, in casts?
There's TP from Nico Baby, which actually makes this tower defended. Interesting. Hey, it's a minute 12 and Huskar still didn't get a single tower with his minute 8 armlet. It's a bit scary.
Yeah, a little bit
He's just farming away.
Yeah, it's going for this broom handle. I guess that's for Legion. Pretty meh item, broom handle, honestly.
Well, it's a good 10-minute item. Gives you like 12 damage, 3 armor. Pretty okay. The attack range is like, I don't know why it's even there. It shouldn't be there.
35 attack range on melee heroes,
whatever.
yeah. I thought you might notice it, but you do not notice it at all. Like, there is no way you could tell the difference, I don't think.
It's there to bait you to think it's a good item. Oh, they're gonna find a Nico Baby.
Nico Baby's gonna be going on here. He pops a rage immediately, but he's got a bug on him. Has to get rid of that. Will be able to do so, but out comes a rock. Can they finish off Nico Baby, though? Nico Baby actually gets inside Hanskin. Hanskin just flies off into safety. Meanwhile, Mickey, with the double damage, is able to take down Sfata. But that's just the only hero that's gone down so far. And, oh, okay, 33. He's got the borrowed time, so he doesn't really care right now. Meanwhile, Hanskin with his Sakuchi playing around, and he is heavily pregnant with a baby. And that baby's name is Nico. Is he going to pop out anytime soon? He's happy. He's happy. Maybe they look for the surprise play. He has healed himself up to max HP with a new change. Yeah, it's pretty bananas.
Pretty bananas. Nico Baby jumps out. I mean, use of a rocket for a rock from a warlock for a CM kill doesn't feel the greatest for the Liquid. They might look to turn into this mid push. For sure, Alliance gonna contest it. They're even smoked. 2 heroes. Can they get opening on Boxy? Boxy's gonna get a go on. Tiger, can he turn this around?
Damage. Where is it? The Silence comes out though, holding back the Crystal Maiden and stopping that Frostbite coming in immediately, but he will. But the moment they suppress the attack, the Frostbite comes in. That's going to result in a kill onto Boxy. Meanwhile, Tiger and Insania getting themselves back. Mickey as well on the sidelines, but the tower's a thing which is being focused right now by Alliance, and I think they've got this one dead to rights. 50, 20, 0. Meanwhile, Lib, he's found himself an extra one as down goes the Warlock. Insania gets killed off as well here. Alliance finding
so lucky.
a lot of pressure.
Tiger loses his courier to the side blades of Limp just trying to casually kill Warlock. He gets a bonus kill on courier. I mean, very good response from Alliance. They immediately understand this rock is down and they're just gonna go they're just gonna go take advantage of it. If Warlock had the Rock Med when they go on this boxy, okay, Mika is gonna try to chase a Baron, but it's not gonna do much.
Yeah, misses the Swarm. He also doesn't have much mana, but he's got a bottle with an Arcane Rune in it.
Back to the point, like I feel like every time the Rock is down, the Alliance is stronger. But definitely Liquid with the Rock up, they can do much. One thing to notice is like if you see this Weaver, like, oh, Weaver's gonna get on, nothing much, just scaring away. The Weaver from Mika and Weaver from Nico Baby is hella different.
Yeah.
They have really different playstyles. Hasken trying to sneak the outpost, he's gonna make it, but he's gonna pay
the
with
timer
his
is
life. Oh no,
quicker than
he's
the
just gonna
TP.
switch away.
Yeah, they can't take it back in time. That's gonna be XP for the Radiant, and nothing for the Dire.
Great play from Hansken. Not only he takes outposts on time, he also forces the 2 TPs, and he gets up.
Yeah, a lot of value out of that. Now, it's important to mention that you don't get double XP if you control both outposts. It's just single amounts of XP, and the enemy does not get any if you control both, but it doesn't increase the amount you get.
It's really annoying not to get it, though.
Not
It's
to get
a
the
lot
double.
of XP. The double is not getting double is okay, but not getting any is miss a lot of XP.
Yeah, I mean, and we have a very handy graph to be able to visualize that. But unfortunately, it's not updated to the point. Well, yeah, it is a little bit. It does make a small difference, but...
Someone found a One Brace. What was that? Was it Limp? Hansken found a One Brace. I guess he's gonna give it to Limp. One Brace is also one of the kind of underwhelming items, I would say.
You think so? I think it's nice for slot efficiency, and usually you already have...
All it gives is slot efficiency. It kind of just replicates the stats from 2 items you already have.
Yeah.
That's the sad way. If it gave a bit more, I would be happy with it.
But I think the thing is that it gets you. I mean, when you compare it to Pupil's Gift, it's straight up garbage, right? Like Pupil's Gift is kind of insane. Plus 13 to any stat which isn't your primary. So right now, Nico is getting 13 agility, 13 int. You know that's pretty mental.
Yeah. Pupil's Gift is one of the better tier 2 items.
Agreed.
I mean, now I think both teams are gonna look at Roshan with Alliance for sure, thinking they cannot just go straight into it, even if they find this DD on top front. They like I've seen so many times people go Roshan against Warlock, and like even if you're like so much ahead, you can still throw the game so easy.
Yeah, and it's a chaotic offering. It's also the fatal bonds. This spell is amazing. Even upheaval works really well in the pit as well. Honestly, I think that's one of the underrated ones when you're looking at like choke points, which there are a lot of now.
Definitely one of the kings of the rush pit, Warlock himself, and the Earth Spirit as well. But seems like Alliance is controlling the tempo of this game.
Yeah,
Koikwa kind of slowly losing his timing. I was expecting him to be in much more of control of this game.
Yeah, agreed. You know, this was the big X factor in this Liquid draft. How much is Quakefor going to be able to do on this slightly unusual hero for the current meta? And unfortunately for him, the answer's been not a whole lot. Alliance definitely controlling things currently, so...
Limp is looking to jump. Does he see Insania? He saw him for a moment.
Yeah, slat onto Mickey, but that's a very, very tricky kill for them.
Yeah, they're just gonna farm away. Hansken toying with them bottom again. Or is he gonna get caught? Almost. Bit risky, but well calculated. They know Taiga wasted his TP bottom, and Limp just takes the top outpost for it.
Yeah, nice free outpost, always nice. Always gives you vision, forces someone to come and take it a little bit later on. And coming up on the 20-minute mark will provide that XP, but it doesn't give anything in between those points.
I like this Dragon Scale item. It gives 5 armor, 5 HP regen, and also gives a burn, like a Orb of Venom, which also works on buildings. It's a really nice tier 2 item.
Yeah, it's really good.
Limp is finishing up his talking about Dragon Scale. Quake also gets one. He has a double burning. I mean, I feel like it's hard for Liquid to make plays. I think they can only just farm and wait to make some counterplay.
Sorry, I think they want to now. They've got the BKB on Huskar.
And they got the Arcane Rule on the Rock Man.
The Rock Man.
I mean, I feel like they kind of need to force a team fight because lack of ability to make a solo play. And Alliance is pretty set with this playstyle. They just gonna farm their items, BKB on TA, and then they're just gonna get a good fight. Because when they get their BKBs, this biggest strength of Liquid, the Rock, is gonna be nullified.
They're jumping forward. Sparta, the little Crystal Maiden, getting beaten down in the river. She's put to sleep. Meanwhile, Limp gonna get a couple of hits off a Tiger, then blinking self up to safety. And also, that was a very nice lift coming out there from Hanskin to stop the Huskar, who was ready for him and already just about to jump onto the TA. And they're straight into this pit right now. They want to make some usage out of this BKB, out of the kill onto Fata, and they're going to immediately start taking Roshan. Lysula running around the back just to go and deal with this ward. That's his whole sole purpose during that. He knows that he's probably the most likely to survive in that situation. So, they're going to hold to the front lines. There's that upheaval coming down. The king of the Roche pit makes himself known. They kick back 33. It's so close to going down, and Koifa will be able to finish the job. Grabs the Aegis. Nico Baby running in. The disarm is out onto the Huskar, however, but he's jumping forwards onto Limp. Needs to be able to hit him. Finally able to get these right clicks off. Limp getting chased down on the sideline of the fight. Meanwhile, everything's split up right now. Weaver is frozen solid. Can they finish the job on him? It looks like Mickey might be dropping here. Yeah, they do get the kill, but Limp is already in the grave, dead and buried. Meanwhile, 33 right into the middle of everything, popping that burrow time, trying to make them space. They take down the Huskar once. Now they need to take out the supporting cast before he comes back to life. They bring down one. Now they go towards Tiger, and he's going to be brought down as well. Koifa, though, coming in from behind. Not sure you want to do this, buddy. He's got to get himself back. Insania getting up to the high ground right now. Doesn't really have much to offer to this one as they just open wounds him and focus on Koifa. They have one goal right now, but Koifa is jumping back in, but he gets disarmed once again. This Heaven's Halberd from Nico Baby doing so much work, controlling up this Huskar, allowing him to get the kill nice and safely. Insania is going to be the next target here as they chase him around the cliff, and Insania, he's just stuck. He's just going to die.
It's a disaster for Liquid. They did use 3 buybacks here and still lost them.
No.
Ages and 3 diebacks. So basically, they win this fight. I would say like 8 for 2, 8 for 3.
Oh my god! Look at that net worth shift. That is
8 for 1. It seems only. It says only TA died.
Okay, well, we'll ignore that. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, it was only TA dying.
I think
I thought you meant in total.
In total, only TA dying for the Alliance. I mean,
for Alliance.
It seems like Alliance has a better fight focus, like on which heroes they burst first. They get this Weaver instantly after he uses his ulti, and Rubik never dies in a fight. I mean, it's also kind of easier for them to do it because they have more lockdown, but they seem to be on point on what they want to do in the team fight. Where the Liquid is just trying to kill whoever they can.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be BKB here.
He's in a bad position right now. He's not going to be able to get it off in time as the lift is out onto him, and that's just a bit of an awkward death.
I mean, it's a frustration that in a way. You know, I spoke about it, how they have to take this team fight, and they kind of finally get it, and they get the Aegis, and they still lose it after it. So they get the best fight they can, and they still lose it like very badly. It means like game is really hard, because if they try to play split up on this map, Alliance just gonna outfarm them.
Running out of options here for Team Liquid. They've got a big hill to climb. Alliance want to make it hard as possible.
Mika with the Dragon Lance pickup, looking to the early MKB. I'm worried if he goes for an MKB, he might just be dying in one lift.
Yeah.
One frostbite.
Nico Baby on the run. Not really interested in sticking around and getting caught out by Liquid right now, as they do manage to wrest control of their own jungle once again, but this game feeling very much in Alliance's pocket right now, as that failed Roche attempt has just set back Liquid so far.
Dire's bottom tower
Now-
is under attack.
Both teams just kind of farming up as best they can, looking for their next items, looking for these timings. Nico Baby, he's headed towards the AC. He's got the recipe, he's got the buckler. Just needs the 2 secret shop items now, which is not going to be far away. He's actually coming up onto the high ground now, and they do see him. Insania, ready. Hanskin jumping forward, does have the lift. Mickey's on top of Hanskin, though. He's actually going to steal Fatal Bonds, but Hanskin might be dropping right now as the silence comes out and the kill is there. Nico Baby might want to TP away from this one, but can't do it because the Legion's right behind him, so he's just got to run himself away, but he will be all right. BKB delivered out for the TA.
Wise choice from Alliance to just run away. Hanskin is a very big part of their team fight. It provides only sure lockdown with the left, so they run away from it. How are we looking at the outposts? Currently 1 for 1.
Radiant's middle tower is
Outposts
under
get
attack.
so much important as the game progresses. As you lose towers and shrines to TP to, and the XP gets bigger.
Shrines, very outposts. They're all vital parts of the game right now. So much for the teams to be thinking about and fighting over as well. You know, that's kind of why these things were introduced, right? Like why the outpost is now a thing. It's just a different thing to fight over, a different thing to draw teams into one another and force these engagements upon each other. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Alliance gathering. They don't want to give
Mass
away.
TP stuff.
Yeah, both teams.
I think Liquid might want to take this fight.
Yeah, I think
There's
Quaker
gonna
needs
be a
to start
little
TPing in right now. 33, he's trying to go for the capture here, but realizes what's happening. Gets himself back. Meanwhile, Golem onto 3. Holding them back off Boxy. Boxy on the run, trying to get himself out. Meanwhile, Insania is the one being focused down. He's already dropped the rock bone. Not sure if that's a target you want to try and bring down. Kuiper diving in. The BKBs are popped. They're looking towards Tiger. Tiger is going to be the first one to fall. Second one to fall, in fact, as they jump forwards onto Mickey. Mickey does actually get that time lapse off, though. Alliance showing a little bit of restraint, but Nico Baby is in deep, and he's looking towards Boxy right now. The rest of Alliance regrouping, regathering, recuperating, and getting back in on this one. Meanwhile, Koikva being right-clicked by Nico. Nico a threat on the front lines, but without this Vasher, without this AC, he's really not doing much damage, but just constantly ticking away at people. It's getting pretty damn annoying, and now Liv jumping on top of him as well. Here's a real damage with the BKB pop from Koikva, trying to turn this one around, immediately jumping forwards onto Hanskin. 33 set on fire as well. Weaver chasing him, but he's disarmed. Will finish the job there. Meanwhile, in comes a hit from Limp as well. That's going to finish off Boxy, and now Koikva finds himself all alone except for Mickey. Nico Baby can't really keep on hitting into Koikva like this. He's just not doing enough damage, and Limp has suddenly found himself with a Huskar on his face. He's going to drop. Disarm comes out onto the Huskar. Nico Baby needs a way out of this one. He's got the rage in 1 second, and he will be able to TP away if he wants. But will he have the health to do that? I mean, they do have a lot of damage to offer. Fada's in from behind as well, catapulting Nico Baby away, though. He is done for. Nico Baby hits the stack. Fada in some trouble as well. Koikva going insane right now, and with Fada going down as well. That's going to be a rampage for Koikva. The Huskar, 26 minutes in, finally finds a fight, and it was a huge one.
Man. Liquid taking a page out of Alliance book with this press of the attack turn. They use the press of the attack on Huskar. By his lifter, he gets the BKB up and turns the fight. I'm honestly surprised Liquid managed to turn this.
Yeah.
Like looking at the fight, Nico Baby never dropped below 80% of his HP.
Yeah, he didn't.
Honestly looked like Liquid had 0 damage to deal with him. But they managed to kill all other heroes in Alliance one by one. Ports first, then the Limp on TA. Liquid showing much better focus. This is what I talked about the rush fight. Like they need to focus heroes better. They need to kill these squishy supports first and leave Nico Baby for last. Oh, there's a catch on Earth Spirit. He's gonna get lifted. Is he gonna get bursted down?
Yeah, I think Tiger, they interrupt the roll once again, and there's the damage coming in from Limp. They will be able to finish that job. Just wanted to point out in that fight as well that Huskar had 12,500 damage output in that one.
He did deserve the rampage, didn't he?
he certainly worked for it, yeah, he worked for it. And he had the Lifestealer just chasing him around the entire fight. Lifestealer seemingly doing no damage to that Huskar. I don't know what was going on, but he was doing nothing. I think he was missing a little bit from the Halberd. He was also stopped attacking a couple of times. They both have a Halberd, so...
There's also this 30% self HP region. And lifesteal lamp on the how's this item called? Heaven's Halberd. I'm sorry. So that's a not many people look at it. That's a newest change. And this heal lamp on heroes like Huskar really shows off, especially in the long fights like that one.
TA, by the way, picking up that enchanted quiver.
Yet again.
Yep, yet again. If you guys don't remember what it does from last game, don't worry, we're here for you. Increase your range by plus 400 for your first hit. It's just the first hit. And 175 magical damage on top of that as well. Does work particularly well with Meld.
And we will say yet again, if there's a hero that item's made for, then it's a TA.
It is indeed. Same way the Imp Claw is made for Kunkka.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Titan Silver on last year. Last patch, I mean, the version before this, if he got a Titan Silver, I would say it's a GG. Now
Yeah.
they finally nerfed it a bit, so it's not over liquid, don't worry. Still got a chance.
You still got a game. We still got a game. I also think Imp Claw is hilarious on Earthshaker, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, I didn't, but I could imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty sick with the enchant.
MKB also on Mika. Mika is like realizing his team is lacking damage. I love seeing people adapt and adjust to the games. Like, how many times in your life have you clicked on Weaver at 30-minute mark and saw this item build, Dragon Lance, MKB, Maelstrom? But this game, he understands it's the way to win.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what he needs to do in this current moment to win the Dota 2 game, and I always love to see that.
Tiger got some bug with his stones. Okay, interesting. Maybe hotkeys or something like that. But yeah, this item build is definitely off the wall. But for this game, it's just what he needed at the time. This Orb of Destruction going to help him do a lot of damage as well. Essentially, how much does Desolator give? I don't remember off the top of my head. It's
-7.
7,
should
right?
be.
Yeah. So Orb of Destruction, pretty much a Desolator in itself when it comes to the armor reduction. Obviously, it doesn't give you extra damage, but it's also a slow, so...
And also costs 0 gold.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very big difference.
Quite a lot of value in that item, yeah. And Weaver's actually 25 already with this XP talent, so he's got the plus 200 Scoochie movement speed.
That's one thing I wanted to talk about. I feel like heroes with the XP talents and the outpost giving the XP and like when you kill a guy with a high level, you get so much XP. I feel like heroes with the XP talents are kind of broken. Like a level 25, minute 29, it's insane. And now he's on his way to level 30, and hero like Weaver can really benefit from this level 30. Like, other talents are so nice. And the XP talent heroes now, they're not like, you hit level 25 and you're like, what now, you know? I wish I took my other talents, I would hit level 25 anyway. But this way you get all the talents at the end anyway.
Yeah, it feels really good. And now when I'm choosing talents, I'm no longer like, oh god, which one do I pick? Which one do I pick? Like, even though most games don't even go to level 30, it's still just like, it doesn't matter if the game goes on long enough for me to regret it too much, then I'll get them all anyways. So, yeah, I definitely like the change. But it just adds another aspect to the game as well. And some of the heroes are so hilarious with these talents. I think Weaver is probably the #1 most broken hero with his level 30. Just for the, I mean, I don't know, just about everything about him. The Swarm becomes ridiculous with both of those 20 talents. It's a really huge buff for him. I think another one is Warlock as well, who's also in this game. Unfortunately, he's only level 14 right now. How does that happen? Weaver is 25 and Warlock is 14.
He's on his way. He's level 15 XP talent. As soon as he hits that, and if his team wins one fight and gets one outpost, he's suddenly gonna be level 25. Trust me.
His team just need to leave when he gets all the kills, and then I'll get there nice and fast.
Radiant's bottom
Okay,
tower
back to
is
the
under
game.
attack.
Alliance seems like they want to control this rush area. They don't want to just go into it, as we previously talked, how Warlock is strong and the pet. They want to control it and try to sneak the kill before it. And as I say, they just walk straight into the rush.
Let's go, boys!
If Liquid makes them pay, they realize there's some pings going out and they leave the rush bit. But I bet they regret now a bit they didn't hold that high ground. It would be a very nice place to fight.
Yeah. Wow, Mickey, look at him zooming around. This guy is fast. There you go. XP talent complete on the Warlock. Looks like... Was that a tome already? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Helm of Undying.
That's a pretty good one to bring on Warlock, honestly.
Oh, that's insane item on Warlock.
Yeah.
They give it to...
Although LC Also not a bad one. If you have it on LC, you can blink in and duel anyone and you'll never lose the duel.
Where is it?
It's on Earth Spirit currently. Tiger's holding on to it. And they are actually going to be able to bring down the Rubik here, I think, although the heals come out from 33. They keep him alive a little bit longer. They need a bit more. They don't have it. In goes, oh my god, the Esper onto the front lines here, but he's being beaten down so quickly, but down comes a Golem. Tiger's still alive through this. The Helm of the Dying will be popped now, but they've got so much damage out onto the Alliance heroes, and now the duel comes out. It's onto the Lifestealer, controlling him up. Meanwhile, Weaver nearly drops, but gets the time-lapse off in time. Tiger's been dropped. Powder going to go down as well. Swarm thrown across the fight. Nehemiah Noko Baby looking for a target. The target's going to be Koikva, and Boxy getting back across the river. Alliance hold their lines, barely, but they hold it. Fada TPing back in as well. Going to mean that Alliance stay together as 5. Liquid as 4 might not be able to contest this Roshan attempt. Alliance, they still commit to this. They're going to get that
most
GPD
important
ward.
thing, the Rock is down, but Warlock's still strong with all his other spells. There's going to be a lift on LC. Is he going to feed? No, he gets forced up. Mika is in trouble. Mika is just dead.
He's going to get popped. Stunned on the front lines. What caught him out there? I didn't even see.
Oh, it was the lift down. After
the drop of
LC
the
got
lift.
forced,
Yeah.
he got the lift down, and that was the summon Weaver. Qualifiers.
Huskars dropping real low, looking real hurtful right now. Beautiful toggles though, buy him a little bit more time, but Hanskin with the lift. Meanwhile, the duel in the backlines, it's not enough to bring down the TA, but in comes Koikva's jumping back across the fight. He's still alive. Disarm's coming out. Liquid are holding. Fada finally drops. Nico Baby pops out full HP, but Koikva pops the BKB and turns this one around, looking for a target. 33 is going to be the man for him, and Koikva is going to be able to finish that guy off. Wicked 6 streak now for him. He's looking forward. They want the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer's pretty far away from this one. Handscan finally gets finished off. Nico Baby going to grab that double damage rune, if anything, just to deny it from the hands of Liquid for this Roshan attempt, which they're inevitably going to go for. But the pings are coming out desperately from Liquid right now. They want this Roche, and they're coming in with force.
Where is the sentry? They don't have a sentry? He might look to go for a steal. No, no more.
No,
That would be... Anyway, I want to point out how Huskar had 260 HP regen, if I caught it right. Last fight, when he was close to dying, you thought he's dead, but 260 HP regen. No way he's dying. That's an insane amount. And they are just gonna storm down mid. Great fight from Team Liquid, and hiding around this Lifestealer damage. Make sure they live on 1 HP.
Yeah, now Limp is getting to work on the high ground. Fortify's going to come out from both teams. Split shot not going to be doing much. Tiger about the only one receiving that one, and now a TP is going to be forced from Boxy. Only 3 heroes here. Lifestealer just walking at them. Lifestealer, buddy, he's been surrounded by heroes. Nico Baby will get the open wounds out onto Tiger, and in comes the TA. Get inside me, baby. I'll take you away. Don't you worry. So cuddle up inside.
They need to go back here. I don't think Limp can chase, but they need to go back. Oh, okay, never mind. Boxy is connecting. He's pretty fast on this LC, 400 movement speed, so they can already look to turn. I mean,
yeah, but with 10 seconds until the Rubik's back up, Liquid are feeling hesitant.
Yeah, Liquid has hit their timing. They have a Rock again. They have a Refresher on Warlock. He's level 18, by the way, and they don't want to let Alliance go back on the map. They kind of want to choke them inside of their base and just look to go high ground any moment.
So this is some timings for Insania, isn't it? Celtic Offering, level 18, Refresher Orb. Someone is ready to go.
He's actually insanely farm. Maybe that's why he called himself Insania. Anyway, they might go on Nico Baby mid. Never mind, he's too fast for them. I'm wondering what they're gonna do. They're smoked. They wanna maybe control the top outpost, but they might not make it. They wanna try to kind of find a pick-off before they go high ground. It's always easier to go high ground with a kill, obviously. Goes without saying. So you kind of always, a good team is always gonna try to find a pick-off on the start of the Aegis, and like as it goes down on Aegis timer, they'll just group and go as far, like a raw way of threatening high ground. Seems like it'll be 1-for-1 outpost. I mean, he gets the level 20 from this outpost actually. This is insane. He was just level 18. Didn't you click on him like 30 seconds ago and talk how he's level 18, ready to go?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Insania with his 50% XP talent is pretty bonkers.
No, it's like there's not much counterplay to this Warlock, especially if they give him Helm of Undying. Like if you kill him, he still drops the rock. If you don't, he's gonna drop 2.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised and a little bit worried that they're not giving over this Helm of Undying. Tiger, stop being greedy. Share. Need Daddy Blitz to come in and Tom to share their items like good boys.
Oh yeah, they got a Blitz as a coach. Maybe that's the reason they're coming back. Never know, never know. Invest on TA and level 25 on TA. It's a pretty big spike.
Yeah, this is one of the timings I was talking about with the bash, and they're going on to him right now. Can they get it though? Nikkei jumping forward, the blink away just in time. The animation for the duel was coming off, but Limp able to get the blink away in time. You know, this is one of the hardest games to cast, just because I remember Liquid as being Alliance previously, so my whole kind of...
Radiant's top tower
It's really difficult to call the names correctly, I find.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm still not over it.
sometimes it's tricky. It seems like Liquid taking tier 2 top tower. They're gonna be playing it carefully or playing it smart, let's say. And not gonna rush into the high ground. Just gonna devour this triangle. Gonna try to control as much of the map as they can. Weaver TP's bottom. He's gonna show. With this level 25 talent, he can join his team in a matter of seconds. Not too big of a deal.
Cross map.
Pata pings him out. Do they look to make a move? Oh, he finishes the Mjolnir. This Weaver is ultra strong now. No more damage issues on the side of Liquid.
No, I don't think so. No more damage issues, no more control issues. Liquid have shifted into gear. And even the Satanic on Huskar as well. I find it interesting that he's choosing the Armlet over the Satanic in terms of slot efficiency, but just for that first life wants the extra bit of damage over the survivability of the Satanic. But now the age is running out. You want Tiger? Comes some D-wards.
I'm wondering what's the Alliance play. What do they need to do to win this game? They definitely need to kill this Huskar, but can they do it? There's 2 TP stop trying to catch Limp, and there's a Boxy from behind. He needs to TP out.
They're not looking in the trees. Well, the pings are there now onto him.
The
Tiger.
DD bottle on the Weaver. Carry. I changed my mind. They need to kill this Weaver.
yeah, they do.
He's gonna murder them all if they don't. But
Much easier to kill the Weaver though, to be honest.
For sure. I mean, what are we looking for Alliance? They are finishing up.
I mean,
They can get a what's this item called? Sorry, Nullifier, and they
Nullifier
can finish
wouldn't be
up the
bad.
Basher.
yeah,
but-
the Basher is the one I'm looking for.
Like when you're playing defensive and you're kind of stuck inside of your base, you kind of want to keep the buyback because it makes buyback much more valuable if you're inside of your base because you instantly join the fight.
Yeah. Have they been doing that? Looks like they are. Yeah. Everybody's got buyback. Meanwhile, Liquid playing a bit more fast and loose. Maybe this was what they were waiting for actually. The Weaver buyback on cooldown for another 40 seconds. Quaker needs a little bit more gold as well to
There's
get
a
his.
smoke on Alliance, Infest on Limp. They see Mika.
Radiant's
Yeah,
Okay, it's not
bottom
going to stay around for
tower
very
is
long.
under attack.
He's out of there. See you later,
Radiant's
boys.
bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think they only have 2 targets. It's a Weaver or Earth Spirit, which with you don't really want to go Earth Spirit because he has a Helm of Undying. He's gonna get his spells off anyway.
You
So-
don't think the Warlock is a good target?
I mean, Warlock is an okay target, but he has the Golem on that anyway, so it's that one is a bit tricky.
Yeah, it can turn pretty bad if the other team are able to get there in time.
Especially
Baby.
if he gets the press of the attack, he's gonna get at least 1 rock down. So you're gonna be dealing with 2 rocks anyway. Maybe you just wanna ignore him.
Alright, we've got tier 4 neutral items coming out now, so we're at that point in the game. Havoc Hammer picked up by the Weaver. It gives damage, which is always nice. 60 damage, in fact. The active effect I find to be extremely underwhelming, though. might be okay on Huskar. It's essentially a miniature in a fire, so it blasts people away from you. Doesn't disarm them though. It literally just knocks people back 300 units and slows them for 3 seconds. It's extremely underwhelming, but maybe we'll see some use out of it. There's a taunt going on in the middle lane. Oh my god, they go for the duel straight away. But the lifestealer, he's not dying. Nico Baby, he's just tanking up through the entire damn thing. Now get inside 33. There's going to be a ticket out of here with the borrowed time. 33 should be okay. Fada, meanwhile, on the front lines as a Crystal Maiden. That's not a recipe for success. He's going to be brought down pretty quickly. Does have the buyback. Meanwhile, Hanskin not looking particularly healthy either. Boxing it back on the high ground. Going to get the kill onto Hanskin. And now they're coming up for the barracks. Nico Baby coming in, trying to defend this one. Limp, nowhere to be seen in this engagement. The disarm is out onto the Weaver. Weaver, though, just going to run around a little bit here inside. That Sakuchi moving so damn fast. Nico Baby just trying to clear out the catapults when he's got the time to, but Quaker comes jumping in onto Nico Baby here. Nico Baby's got the open wounds, but the rock comes down, stopping him from healing up, and he's gone. He's going to have to buy back into this one if they want to stand a chance of winning this fight. Meanwhile, Limp trying to cause some damage on the backlines here, going on to Boxy, but now with the heroes turning around, Weaver and Huskar just do so much damage to Limp. My goodness.
They're keeping out. Oh, so smart from Liquid. They understand the buybacks came out. All they need to do is just go back, and there's a DD room bottom. I think Alliance gonna insta smoke, go for this DD room. They see it with a trap, and this is their moment. They cannot afford to be stuck in their base for another 8 minutes. They know the double rock is down. The Weaver has a buyback, but this is their timing.
I like what Alliance are doing. I really do like what Alliance are doing here. They're just trying to put pressure on. They know that this refresher ulti from Insania is gone, but there's a smart. They've scanned. They know that something's going on in Roshan here. The roll forwards. Not going to find anything for now. It's Alliance. We've seen this showdown before. Last time it did go well for Alliance, but that was a long time ago.
Liquid showing off the discipline, just holding the high grounds together and only pushing one way on the map. Smart and disciplined play from Liquid. They're not gonna jump into this trap. Alliance gonna take a top outpost. No, they're both. Each team controls one. I mean, the game is looking very grim. The Insania is hitting his level 25. He's hitting his rocks back and refresher back. Once they have it, I don't think there's much stopping them from just going back at the Alliance base. Of course, they can just wait for the Roshan. But I don't think the Alliance is gonna give it up for free. This rush fight is gonna decide the game.
And Liquid are just trying to wait out the cooldown of their golem. I just want to take a minute to say, because both teams have one, this Timeless Relic, one of the tier 4 neutral items, are very strong indeed. Plus 25% debuff duration, plus 15% spell damage. That's all it does, but that is definitely enough, especially for heroes like Earth Spirit. Again, okay, Warlock finally has the Helm of Undying. He's finally been passed the mantle. Kind of feel like you'd want to put... Nah, Spirit's pretty good with that.
Oh, I cannot help but feel this Helm of Undying makes Liquid like this game unlosable. Like,
yeah,
if you cannot stop this level 25 Warlock from using his spells, it's just too much to deal with.
Then again, it's not the only golem we've got in the game. The Rubik's still holding on.
Yeah, but it's still underwhelming.
It is.
In comparison to so many from the Insania.
Yeah.
It's a nice skill to have, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, there goes a tip. Now everyone's confused. What's this tip?
It's all about the bamboozling tips. I don't think it's a reason they're backing off, but they are backing off now.
Plot twist, he just misclicked. You can misclick on the top of your screen, just tip by mistake.
Yeah. Checking TPs or something like that. What the hell is this? Does it indicate when heroes have buyback when you hold alt now? Oh, that's very nice.
Oh, nice. Love the future.
Yo, I didn't know this. Oh, Limp jumping forward. They're going with the golem onto Mickey. Can they take him out? No, he gets a time lapse up in time. This could be really bad for Alliance. They try and turn this fight around. The golem now coming out onto them. Where's the second one? They don't need it. The duel comes out onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby not going to be surviving this one. Trying so hard, but he's gone. 33 unable to save the day. And now they are all dropping like flies. The TA is dead and the game is over. Just like that, Liquid will knock Alliance down to the lower bracket of these major qualifiers.
Liquid makes it to the major. Congratulations.
Yeah.
In very strong showing, especially this game, I would say, where they if you remember, they lost at Rochefort 8-1. I don't think I ever seen team come back so strong from a point of the game like that. Was losing fight as bad as you could, and then picking up your stuff together and showing you're a major team nonetheless.
Showing themselves as a major team. Yep, they played like one, and now they get to be one. Team Liquid making it to the major. Congratulations to Insania, Koikva, Mickey, Boxy, Tiger, and of course their coach Blitz as well, as they'll be heading over to Leipzig together. Meanwhile, for Alliance, they've got one more best of 3 to come today in order to decide whether they make it to the major or whether they'll be headed down to the minor. Big ask. Big ask indeed. Can these teams cut it? Do they have the skill for Alliance? We'll find out. And they're going to be playing against either one of Secret or Nigma. So, you know, probably a pretty challenging series in store for them in the future. But from us, it's going to be goodbye for now. Any last closing thoughts on this game, Milan?
Not much, but props to both teams. Alliance showing they're also a strong team, but Liquid seems to be on top of them as of current. Also, they beat them at the major 2-0. I mean, very excited to see the battle for the third slot. It's gonna be amazing fight. As currently, spoilers alert, Nigma Secret is 1-1 and they're playing their final game. Both of these teams insanely strong. I wish best of luck to Alliance, no matter what, no matter who they face.
Yeah, it's a fun team to watch, and I do hope to see them at the major one way or another. We're going to let you guys get off and go and catch that game as soon as possible. However, there is one more game to come on this channel if you're wanting to watch it. We got Team Singularity versus Wind and Rain, which is going to be the minor qualifier decider match coming up over here. So, I mean, you know, that in itself is going to be quite the challenge for these two smaller teams. They try and get themselves to the minor. So, here if you want to catch Team Singularity versus Wind and Rain. And of course, head over to the DreamLeague main channel where they've got Nigma versus Team Secret. That's going to just about tie things up for the major qualifiers here. As we jump to the minor qualifiers decider, which I guess is technically still part of the major qualifiers decider because it's decider for the qualifier. I don't know, it's really goddamn confusing, but essentially the winner of the next match makes it to the minor qualifiers where we'll be continuing things off. So tying things off for now. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for coming to cast this one, Milan. It was a blast.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. All right, I'll see you guys soon.